Happy Solstice Week. Happy Christmas Week. Happy day. So good to see all of you. I have Krista Ducharme right beside me, 100,000 miles away, and Joanne Angel Barry Colon coming to us, the Queen from Queens. So glad to see you, ladies. How are you doing today? Joanne?
I am just peachy.
Just peachy.
Oh, that sounds loaded.
Just peachy.
And how are you, Krista?
Oh, I think I'm better than peachy. Actually, I'm doing really well. I don't know about you guys, but I am just totally digging this solstice vibe, to the point where I missed yoga this morning because it got dark. It gets dark right now here about 4:08 in the afternoon, and then our sunrise isn't until like 8:15 or something. And my room is like a cave. I mean, it's like super dark, which is really cool. I've been sleeping in later than I've ever slept before. But missing a lot.
Joanne and I, just before the show, we were talking about how, with it getting darker longer, I used to go to sleep at 9 and wake up at 5 and be outside in the warmth watching the sunrise. And now it doesn't rise that early. So I'm awake going, what am I doing? But I think that may be part of it too, because with helping Bill recover, we've moved into the guest room. And I don't have the sunrise coming through the French doors off my master suite anymore. So that might be part of it too.
Yeah.
So awesome stuff. Wow, 4:00. It's getting dark where you're at.
Yeah, it is. It's, remember, it all has to do with the, lateral elevation that we're on. So. Yeah.
Now, you're not above the Arctic Circle, though, no.
No, because if I was above the Arctic Circle, I would be in pure darkness 24 hours right now.
Yeah, 3 days of the sun doesn't quite rise.
Yeah.
So, when Joanne and I were talking before you arrived for the show today, we both experienced where, like, yesterday was like, yes, breaking through, everything's possible now, let's do this. And today it's been kind of like, okay, it's winter. Do I have everything I need for Christmas? Oh shoot, I didn't bake anything. It's been like that. So, but you're still on that power high, aren't you?
I am, but I can honestly say that, we also have been being duffers today, as you might say. Yeah, we've been just lazy. I mean, this is my full-on energy right here.
Yeah.
I am sharing it all with you.
I love it.
Yeah, Kevin, we've been doing a lot of work and doing a lot of things that have been accumulating for a number of years that needs to get done. And so we had been working diligently and really trying to get through a lot of it before yesterday. Because, I kept saying we have to push through, and we have another push through because we have to get it done by the new year as well. There are things I am not bringing some of this.
Right. Leave your baggage at the door.
Definitely. Yeah. It is staying here in 2020. I don't need it coming on. Right. Yeah, so we've been really doing that. And Kevin's just kind of looked at me today. He goes, yeah, no, I'm just going to binge on Netflix. To his credit, though, I have to give props where props really are due. He's trying to watch Avatar: Last Airbender. It's the cartoon anime. The kids, all three of our kids, just love it. And Genevieve is like enthralled by Avatar. And so he's been watching it with her the last few days because he's trying, that bonding thing. I haven't been able to sit and watch everything that you enjoy. The boys, it was easy. It was Star Wars. Jen is a little different. She's like, I watch Star Wars because everyone else watches it. However, no, that's not my thing.
Genevieve's my spirit animal.
So yeah.
That's been
So
awesome.
that's what we've been doing. So how have you been, Gayle?
Oh, geez. All things considered, very, very good, really. You know, we're pushing through for the 7-figure summit. I still have, you know, that VIP sponsorship spot to all the things that are in this package. I can't imagine why somebody wouldn't jump at it. But we've still got that one on offer, and that is all of the pre-recorded interviews are ready to go, and I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, with Solstice, I've spent a lot of time over the last few days really looking at what it is that I want to take into the next year and what I don't want to take into the next year, and stepping into that space of, I don't even know, you know, like these are the things that I want to experience. These are the things I want to feel, but how that's going to show up, throw it at me, you know, and trying to stay in that space of, you know, it's got to be in white paper with a blue ribbon on it, or else it's not for me. You know how we can get, or at least how I can get.
Yeah, it's a case of remembering to stay open to all, however that package shows up.
Exactly.
Is the bottom line, yes.
Yeah.
And I get you. I can appreciate that comment.
You know, and strangely enough, especially pertinent during Christmas time, you may have ordered it from Amazon, but it's coming UPS, okay?
And hope it's coming.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for 2 packages that I ordered, and now I'm going to have to go back to the companies. Because I ordered them in November.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, not at before Thanksgiving time frame.
Yeah,
like,
they should have
haven't arrived yet.
I'm experiencing a similar thing, and I'm waiting for one thing that I ordered at the end of November, but I'm in full communication with the company and everything. It's not their fault at all. It's that apparently somebody's got their eye on this little piece that I ordered in Washington or Maryland or Connecticut or whatever freaking facility it's in now over there on the East Coast. But I ordered something, and don't tell Bill because it came from China. Okay, he's really not okay with that right now. But they arrived, and I got to share them with you. Are these not the hottest thing you've ever seen? Let me see if I can get you a good camera shot here. There we go. Are those amazing or what?
Yes.
I have been shopping, my Christmas shopping with these and on in the hat, and I can't begin to count anymore how many compliments that I've gotten on these darn shoes. So let me ask you, Joanne, have you done Christmas shopping? Do you wear your Santa hat when you're out Christmas shopping?
What was that?
I said, do you wear your Santa hat when you're out Christmas shopping?
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
Oh,
Krista?
yeah.
Yes, I actually have multiple hats. So I have this hat. I have hairband hats. I have a sparkly hat. I have a hat that actually lights up. So yeah, when I'm out, yeah,
That does not surprise me at all.
The hats.
Yes. It goes on and it stays on. In fact, I'm not sure if my family will be watching the show, but on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, everybody who will be at my sister's house will be getting a hat.
Nice.
Because awesome. I bought a hat for everybody. I think I bought like 20 hats.
Very nice.
And then it was so funny because I thought I was done buying my hats, and my sister informed me that my one niece and I think my 2 nieces' partners will be at the event as well. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go buy some more hats because I didn't think of them because I didn't think they'd be there. So there I was the other day in this one store, not a hat to be found. I was like, oh sugar. I was like, I need to go to another store. So I go to another store, and I don't know what possessed the salespeople to put their merchandise the way they put their merchandise, but good old little me goes into this little corner, and there's a pile of hats in this little corner. I was like, hats! Yay!
And there's some poor clerk that's going to be like, Mom, I swear I had them set aside, but this lady came in.
Yeah, because it was the weirdest thing. They were literally in this corner, tucked under something. I'm like, what salesperson puts the merchandise just like here? You don't see it. But because I went in with the intention that I needed hats, I had my mom on call. I'm like, Mom, radar the store and find me freaking hats. So I walked in, and right to the corner, it was the weirdest thing. Literally to the corner, I was like, why are you sending me to a corner? A corner. To the entire store, to a corner. And there they were.
Mom knows best.
I was like, okay, she sure does.
You knew exactly what's happening.
Yes.
That's awesome, though. That's awesome that you were able to find them. I've got a couple of years ago, the whole family came down for Christmas, so I got these gorgeous white and red satin striped stockings, and we put the traditional glue and glitter names on the cuff, and they're beautiful, and I wanted to put them all up, and now I have another granddaughter, and now it's like there's a part of me that's like, I have to go find that type of stocking again, and I can't find them anywhere. So cross your fingers for me. Send Mom on,
my mom
recon for me.
Right? Yes, because I actually sent Mom to somebody else today too. I was having a conversation early, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna send my mom to you. So if you happen to feel the back of your hair get tugged, no, it's my mother. And he says to me, he goes, why would she tug your hair? I said, because anytime she wanted to get my attention when I was younger, she tugged my hair. So if I'm not paying attention when she's around me, I get a little tug. So So Gayle, yes. So if you feel a little tug back there, no, Mom just appeared.
I will remember that. Thank you very much. I will watch for that. All right. Yes. So ladies, let's talk a little bit. Let's see. Who wants to go first? Joanne or Krista?
On what?
On your segment.
What? Oh. Krista, so I'm always bringing the cosmic energy in first. Why don't you go with the crystals first?
That sounds good. I can do crystals. I can do crystal first this week. This one's going to be fun.
That's awesome. Ruby, take it away.
It is Ruby. So this week it is Ruby, and it's really funny. I have a loose Ruby, not to be found. It's being shy again. Every now and again we've had this conversation. Stones can be shy, but I do have ruby jewelry, so that's what I brought in. I brought in it to give some ruby energy. There nice. You go. Very I'd nice. Love to say I'm wearing and I have another ruby here. I used to wear ruby earrings, and in a minute, I didn't really realize the significance. Again, I've always just been attracted to rubies. Mm-hmm. But rubies are a great one. If I may,
I'm going to show the raw ruby.
Yes. I have one of them.
One too.
Yes. Do you have one too, Joanne, to show?
Yes. Very, very, very tiny. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Beautiful chakra balance.
Very good.
Oh, beautiful. So rubies can be as light as pink and as dark as blood. They call it pigeon blood red. Rubies are a great stone for protection. They're also a fantastic stone that represents new beginnings. And for me, it was and there are several other things, but the new beginnings and the protection is what came forth for me. The other thing that I found really interesting about rubies is that their connection to Archangel Michael.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
I didn't know that either. And so that's why I'm sharing that, because I never had connected it to one of the arcs before, one of the archangels. And I do work with Archangel Michael, and considering his color is blue when you're working with him, I would not have associated ruby However, it makes sense because ruby is protection, and that is essentially what Archangel Michael does. So there are a lot, ruby, like many of the many gemstones, has a lot of stories behind it. And so one of the stories that a lot of people don't really, well, at least I should say in the United States, might not be familiar with, is that Catherine of Aragon, who was Henry VIII's wife, had a ruby pendant that she wore. And it is said that if rubies will turn color, they will darken if you are being threatened, or if there is ill will happening around you, or negative energy, so things like that. And so Catherine's, it is said, I was not there in person, so I was not an eyewitness. However, it is said that her ruby pendant that she wore darkened and dulled the day that Henry VIII announced that he had divorced her. And so, like, opals have myths around it, as well as several others, but I thought that one was a really interesting story. Now, the reason why protection is, again, important for us, I would love to go back. You can go back and look at the crystals, see the story as they've grown. We have just had solstice, which is new beginnings, which is why I was like, oh yeah, the new beginnings is totally correct for this.
Right.
But we want to protect our intentions for these new beginnings. We want to make sure that we are grounded. Again, red is related to the root chakra. And so it grounds our intentions. It is helping us to protect our intentions, as well as, we're going into the silly season of Christmas. Well, not the silly season, because we've been in the season, but where we're around people, well, not during this COVID time, but it helps us to be stronger when we're wanting to share our energy. One of the things I was talking about earlier today on one of my pages, I forget which one, is that we do have that option of choice, to invite people into our energy or not to invite them into our energy. And, and it's okay. But yeah, so remember, rubies are great for protection. And yes, people associate it with the heart, and in love, which it is all about that. So think of love. If you're somebody who's thinking of giving a gift of a ruby, it's a great idea, because love, protection of love, new beginnings, grounding it. Do you see where I'm going with all this? It's not too late.
In other words, ruby would make a beautiful engagement ring if you're planning to propose on Christmas.
A ruby would make an outstanding engagement ring if you're planning to propose on Christmas. And I actually just saw a pretty one online, but it's here in the Netherlands. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, what?
Is there a renewal coming?
Well, actually, it's really funny. So today's December 22nd. My husband and I renewed our wedding vows in 2007 on this very day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So is that, I don't want to step on top of you if
that's essentially what I'm choosing to share about rubies.
Awesome.
Like any of the other stones. Another interesting tidbit that some people, they are really hard stones. So on the Mohs hardness scale, there are 9. They're one step below diamond, and they are used in jewel watches in order to hold the gears in place. Yes. So diamonds, rubies, and sapphires are used in watches to hold gears in place.
I did not know that about beryl. I mean,
Not beryl. Yeah, diamond. Yes,
no,
I know it.
rubies, sapphires, they're all a sort of beryl, correct?
No, but
No?
no, it begins with a C.
Conundrum. Or
Yeah,
it's like that word. It's like that word. Corundum or something like that.
Corundum, yeah, but as soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, it's just like that. And I was like, I'm not going to tell them the word because all it's going to keep thinking in my head is conundrum. So yeah, but no, it's not a beryl. Funny enough, though, beryl is going to be our first stone of the year. Yay. I'll give you a heads up on that one.
So make sure you guys tune in next year. We've got an entire first 6 months planned for everyone. You're gonna love it what we've come up with. All right, let's kind of shift gears a little bit into Joanne's Galactic Empowerment Report for December 20 to 26. What you got, Joanne?
All right. Well, to start off with, I'm loving today's numbers. Because those who've been watching on a regular basis, you know I get really, really excited when our numbers repeat. I really do. It really makes me really happy. So happy. I'm like a little Santa's little elf right now because I'm so damn happy. Can you tell?
Yes. This is where Peachy comes in.
Yeah. Yes. So when we look at today's date, because anytime numbers repeat, I don't really like to say them based on December 22nd because it doesn't have the same flair and excitement as 12/22/2020. Mm-hmm. That has a whole different flair to it.
Yeah.
And lots of twos. Now, I'm going to take you back a little bit and let's go back to 12/12/2020. Mm-hmm. That far back. We've had a lot of twos coming in over the last give and take. What, 2 weeks? Mm-hmm. A week? I don't even know. Mm-hmm. But when we think about today's twos, to start off with, because I had to literally write the number down, which is why I keep looking down so I can really be clear about this. When we think about these twos, we have literally 1, 2, we have 3, 4, we have 5 twos in this date. And out of the 5 twos in this date, we have 2 sets of 22s, which is our master number. Mm-hmm. And then we have one set of what we call angel numbers, which is 222. Mm-hmm. So I don't know about you guys, but when we have 2 sets of master numbers and an angel number, and we have 2 zeros, there's a lot of friggin' energy going on today.
Yes.
We thought the energy was intense yesterday based on everything that's been going on in the sky with Jupiter and Saturn. Well, that energy just flows into today as well. Because when we think about the double twos, which is our master builder, I ask you, what are you building? What are you going to be the master of building today? Now, when we think about this whole number, because I didn't even add up the friggin' number because I was just too damn excited about the double master twos and the triple twos. Now, for those of you who have no idea what the triple twos are about, in the angel world, it's 222 represents having faith. Mm-hmm. So anytime you see the number 222, it's a reminder to have faith and know that whatever is going on in your life at that particular time, when you see the 222, it's your reminder. Have faith and recognize that whatever's going on is going on for your highest good. Even though it might be as crappy as it might feel, it's really going on to your most highest good. And one of the things I like to share with all of us is recognizing that those of us who are healers, and I truly believe we all are, whether you are, an actually certified healer in something or you're just beginning your journey, recognize that as you are a healer, you're going to experience challenges that are going to challenge you to step into your healing modalities. That's the whole process of it. To really test your ability of using your own healing, I'm going to use this word, guys, healing powers, because we all have them. We all have healing powers that we can take a step back and say, okay, how can I feel better in this situation? And using my own power to do that without necessarily having to reach out to somebody else and say, help me. I need your guidance. No, use your own. Tap into your own power and use it. And then when you see that number 222, know that that's your sign of faith. And when you add those numbers up, it works out to a 6. So we bring it right back into that healer and healing. So taking those numbers, because like I said, I haven't even added these numbers up today because I've been so excited with the 2s. So we're looking at, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 10. Is it really an 11?
Yep.
Energy?
It really is an 11 energy.
Oh my God. How did I not know this until now?
Joanne just won The Price is Right.
I just won Lotto. Hello, people. See how damn excited I get? So, for a moment, I just got done saying there's 2 double 22s in there for master numbers. Well, our whole day is a friggin' master day.
That it
Master
is.
healer, 11. Master healer. We are all the master healer of our partnerships, our relationships, our contracts, our marriages. And I ask every one of you, what are you married to? What are you married to? Who are you married to? Is a good question too. And do you want to get married this season? Good question to ask. Seems to be in the air. Why not? Why not? I was sharing with Krista, I think yesterday through Messenger, that besides all the amazing energy we had going on yesterday, 8 years ago yesterday, my husband proposed to me on the 21st at 11:56 p.m. So talk about getting excited about master numbers.
There you go. More master numbers there.
Exactly.
I
And
love
I
it.
just want to bring the attention into the astrological signs as well. As for those who are celebrating Capricorn birthdays, we've just moved into Capricorn energy. And I find it interesting that Krista chose the ruby stone to talk about, because the opposition sign of Capricorn is Cancer. And the Cancer's birthstone is ruby. So I, again, because my rising sign is Cancer, I love the ruby stone. So yes, so that's what I have for you guys for today.
Awesome.
So,
I love it.
can I add one thing? Or Joanne, calm down. You're going to get really excited again. So about the number side. So we have 5 2s. And 5, which is change.
Yes.
She's like, yeah.
I don't want to go there, because when we really think about what we're coming into as we move into 2021, so let's really get our audience at the edge of their chair and literally fall off. We're moving into a 5 energy collective year. So let's talk about change, because that's where we're going, change. And a lot of unpredictability. Now, I don't know about you two ladies, but with my schedule lately, unpredictability has become my middle friggin' name. It's like we're not even in 2021 yet, and my schedule has been so friggin' unpredictable. I'm like, oh no, I have to go 365 days of this? No. Somebody help me. So yes, Krista, thank you for bringing that up, that it's 5 2s in this day. Yes. 5. Change, freedom, and unpredictability.
I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, thank you very much for that support. And before I get into my little piece for today, I do want to point out that even though it's too late for Christmas delivery, for any of your crystal needs, please don't forget to reach out to everythingjusrocks.com or call them up and get on their schedule for a FaceTime tour of the store, where you can actually choose by sight which crystals that you would like shipped to you. And remember to tell Athena that the 3 Crones sent you for Ruby this time. All right? Ruby. Yes.
Ruby.
All right. Well, ladies, I want to talk a little bit about a magic word today called nobility. Now, why would I do that? Of course, it's because the ruby is also known as the stone of nobility, right? So what does that really mean? It's not just that only Catherine of Aragon was allowed to wear rubies, like it used to be that only royalty could wear purple cloth, right? It's because of the high-mindedness that the stone influences us with, right? So being noble is having the qualities of being noble in character, mind, birth, or rank. It's not just rank. It's not just being born into the right family. You can be very noble as a street rat. Honestly, it's all in your character. It's all in where you choose to focus your intentions. Now, a couple other things that I wanted to kind of pop in there as well. Last week we talked about another crystal that was also one of the stones in the high priest breastplate. This one is as well. Ruby was one of those stones of the high priest breastplate. I can't say it, but I know you know what I'm talking about.
I asked Gayle if she's been drinking before the show tonight.
No.
She said no. She said no.
I promise.
Are you sure that it's not spiked eggnog?
No, but if you count the cup of chocolate milk that I heated up this morning before I drank it like hot cocoa, I am zinging on chocolate right now.
There you go.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
Apparently. Now, one of the wonderful things that we were talking about when you were talking about is it being the stone of protection. And that's why it would be in the high priest breastplate, right? It is a stone of protection. And it does decrease disputes and encourages gentleness and reduces violence when you're in confrontations with people.
Oh,
so so that I think that's the other part of what you were talking about it. Just kind of, if you're going to share your energy with people, some people you may want to bring a ruby bracelet along or earrings. If people tend to say things, like we've all got that Uncle Fred that's got the mouth or whatever. So if you've got to go to a holiday gathering and Uncle Fred's going to be there, wear your best ruby earrings. That'll help. That'll help a lot, all right? Literally, ruby assists people with changing the world. So how well does that fit in right now for what's on tap for us for the coming year, for this day, stand alone? And it promotes creativity and expansiveness in awareness and manifestation. So again, when we take in that idea of going forward into this coming year with an air of nobility, right? We want that to actually embody creativity, expansiveness, increasing your awareness, increasing your manifestation, right? All of those things. And the other thing that I wanted to say about that is that anytime that you invoke the energy of ruby and the energy of nobility, and also this is the stone of wealth. As long as you keep a piece of ruby with you, your wealth will never depart, right? But expect it to be an intense and vivid energy that it has a life of its own. And all you need to do is follow your bliss. It'll do the work. Poor Krista's got the longest nights in the world, and she's got shadows falling in front of her face too.
Yes, Genevieve just got done with her class and is like, you're creating shadow on me. And she's standing, because I'm in the kitchen so that I have great internet service, and it's where I also can get the best light. Eventually, when we have lighter days, I'll be outside or I'll be elsewhere.
And this is not a complaint. I was just laughing over here. And I'm like, I can't think of what I have to say because I'm laughing at this shadow in front of you.
Yeah, it's Genevieve. It's not Kevin. Usually it's Kevin.
I would have thought it was Kevin. I'm so glad I didn't call him out.
Actually, he's being really good tonight.
Ooh.
He knows that Santa's watching.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
So, I guess to kind of wrap it all up and put a bow on it, um, nobility is a high-mindedness that we can put on as a mantle as we step into the changes of today and the changes that this next year is going to bring. And okay, fine, I will. All right, thank you. I keep getting nudged to share this, and I'll be honest, you ladies know this already. For our audience, I have had a bit of a reticence to share about something that I've known for a lot of years, but I'm going to share it with you because now it seems that the cat's out of the bag anyway, right? And people are much more open to this. This is a book that was written back in 1945 by Michael Molnar, and it's called The Star of Bethlehem. And essentially, it talks about the fact that he's a coin collector. And he found a coin, a Roman coin, from the 1st century BC. And through trying to figure out the symbols on this coin, which was a ram jumping, looking over its shoulder at a star, he was able to follow it through to realize that this Roman coin, right, minted by Rome, right, in the 1st century BC, was actually celebrating the birth of the Christ child, right? So all of these pictures that you're seeing on the internet right now of Jupiter and Saturn, and if you've seen my Facebook feed today, you will have seen the picture that a professional photographer took with a telescope that shows 5 points of light, 3 of Jupiter's moons, Jupiter and Saturn, and they are almost in alignment that looks like a cross in the sky. My friends, this is what the wise men that came from Babylon, or actually not from Babylon, as we've been told. They were Greek astrologers, Hellenistic in theory, which is why they were the only ones that saw the portent of this conjunction in the sky leading to the birth of a divine and immortal person. That was the way that they saw it, that would have them walking, following this star in the sky, and why King Nebuchadnezzar's dream interpreters and astrologers never knew what was happening because their system didn't read the portents the right way, right? So I don't know if this constitutes proof, for scientific proof of the whole shebang, but more than any other year, I feel like this is truly Christmas again, right? This is truly the beginning of a new age of living. This is truly the beginning of peace on earth, goodwill to men. So I wish you all out there in internet land the happiest of Christmases, the most peaceful of solstices, and the most joyous of any other holidays that you happen to celebrate at this time of year. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, others that I'm missing. This is a time for celebration because light is returning to the world once again. Ladies, do you have any final thoughts before we send the world on their way today?
I think it's probably a good idea we leave it where you left it, because I think that's a right choice.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I'm like, you kind of delivered. You wrapped it up in a nice white package with a blue bow.
Well, thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Well, we will see you again next week. That will be, I think, our last show of 2020. And like I alluded to earlier, we have amazing things on tap for you in 2021. So please make sure to follow us, join the group, watch the shows, give us some likes, give us some thumbs up, tell your friends that there's 3 old ladies out there talking about all that woo-woo stuff, and you ought to listen. All right. All right. Have a great one, everybody. Happy holidays.